Hello, Cypress Village. This is Laurel Mundell. Today is Friday, July 4th, and this is Coffee Chat. Happy 4th of July to everyone, and I hope that you are enjoying the golf cart parade later today. Please come out to the main circle lot for some donuts and to watch and or decorate the golf carts going around the community today. Just a little fun fact regarding the 4th of July. Perhaps the most coincidental events in U.S. history are the deaths of Thomas Jefferson, our third president, and John Adams, our second president. They died on the same day, in the same year, and on the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1826. I heard that on the radio, and so I thought that might be a fun fact to share with you all. But in all seriousness, God bless America, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day and enjoy the one meal day that dining has prepared for you all as well. Be sure to send any pictures or anything that you've taken from the events today. If you're celebrating or dressing up, go ahead and send them to me, either email or text, and I will be happy to share them on our Facebook page. I have a few announcements that I'm going to share at the end, but I'll go ahead and let the other directors go first. So I'll see you again at the end.
Well, good morning, Cypress Village. I'm Lisa Drew. I am your outgoing Community Life Services Director. Here to give you some updates and talk to you about a few things that are happening. So let's jump right in. A few things that I just wanted to tell you. We got a lot of sign-up sheets this month. A few available spots we still have open. So for the movie Jurassic Park Rebirth on Tuesday, July 15th, we only have 4 people signed up. We're supposed to have 5 before transportation will allocate resources, i.e. a driver, for an event. So if you think you might want to experience Jurassic Park in a movie theater, which is a phenomenal thing, do it. It's fun. Get out of the community. Go to a movie theater, have some popcorn, see some dinosaurs. So there's room on that. So that's Tuesday, July 15th. We're going to leave at 12:30. Come by the office or call Jay, and she can put you on the list. We do still have room in the AARP Smart Driver program. A lot of you have been asking about this. We do try to do this once a year because not only is it good to get driver refresher, but it can also help you with your insurance. There is a cost. You're going to pay at the door, cash or check. I believe it's $20 for AARP members. You have to have your card with you. And $25 for non-members. And at the end of the class, which is actually 6 hours, it'll be 3 hours lunch break and then 3 more hours in Egret Hall. At the end, you'll get a certificate. So if you would like to sign up for that, there is still room. And you'll be on your own for lunch. We would not be providing lunch, but you'll have an hour break for lunch. Also, MoCA. If you've not ever been to our kind of small but really nice Museum of Contemporary Art, which is actually now managed in conjunction with UNF, downtown next to the main library. It's a very nice museum. And Robert Rauschenberg really was a very influential artist in his time. And again, get out of the community, do something different. We do have room on that trip, and that is Wednesday, July 23rd. So call the office if you want to try something you've never been to the MoCA and you want to try it, join us. Also, I did want to say that, over the last few years, we've tried to find the most equitable way to do our sign-up sheets. So we started day stamping them. And then that wasn't quite enough, so we started numbering them just to be more transparent, so you could have an idea of when your sign-up sheet was received and where you were in the order. But now people are saying, well, it's not possible that I was this number because I know I put it in before that, but you don't know what's in the box. We don't have any control over what happens when you put it in. Maybe something went on top of it. So starting in August, you are going to see on your sign-up sheet, there will only be a day stamp. So we will stamp it the day that we process it. We won't be doing the numbers anymore because that just seems to be creating more dissension and anxiety for people. So you'll put your sign-up sheet in, we'll take it out and process it and day stamp it. And we are very careful about the order. We're very careful about making sure. The other thing is, please don't fold your sign-up sheet. That does create problems inside the box because it can sometimes go on its side and things can get caught in it, and then it's difficult to actually see which piece of paper went into the box first. So don't fold your sign-up sheet. Just put it in there full page and they will fall on top of each other. We'll pull them out, turn them over, and process them in order. We're very diligent about that. So you are going to notice that on your August sign-up sheet. So next week, today we're not here in Egret Hall. We're not in Egret Hall today. We're out doing the 4th of July golf cart parade this morning. But next week, Monday, in honor of 4th of July, our one-day university lecture is The American Revolution, Remarkable Stories You've Never Heard. I thought it sounded very interesting. We think we know everything about the American Revolution, but the American Revolution was really fought by people like you and me, you know, farmers with pitchforks. And a lot of ordinary people did some extraordinary things. So if you're interested in that, come to the Marsh Media Lounge at 1 o'clock on Monday and hear some remarkable stories you've never heard about the American Revolution. Tuesday the 8th, we have our community meeting in the morning at 10 o'clock in Egret Hall. We've got Wii Bowling. The new time and day begins July 8th, 2:30 Tuesday afternoon, Wii Bowling. Come to the Marsh Media Lounge. It's really fun. We're trying to get the word out. It would be so fun to get a bunch of people playing. You can get teams together. You can create a league. You can do some fun competitions. We can work toward getting it set up permanently in there so that if we have enough people who really enjoy play and want to play on a regular basis, just like the putters play or the croquet people play on their own out there, we can make it work so that you can get in there to use the Wii system on your own. But we need to have enough people who are going to participate to do that. So come on down for Wii Bowling. If you were on the wait list for the Great Courses Underwater Archaeology, we did schedule a re-showing of that this month, and that is going to be Wednesdays, the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd from 10 to 12. If you were on the wait list, you should have gotten a call from us if there was room. We had like a 30-person wait list, and of course we can only fit about 15 or 16 people in comfortably in the Marsh Media Lounge. So hopefully you people on the wait list will get a chance to see that, and that will be Wednesday, the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd from 10 to 12. Dinner bunch is going to Barbara Jean's on the water Wednesday the 9th. And then on Thursday, a fun day in the lobby. We've got Petunia Patch pop-up shop. I know a lot of you enjoy shopping of their clothes and accessories. They will be here. And then also a Cypress Village bake sale. The kitchen team is baking up a storm for us to go and buy good things to eat. I can't wait for that. There's going to be banana pudding. So I'll be there. And then we have our St. John's River Airboat Adventure in St. Augustine next Friday, the 11th. It is full. Just be mindful if you are confirmed on the list that you're comfortable getting on and off a boat and sitting on a boat for about an hour and a half. If you have any concerns about whether or not you think you might be able to handle it, call the office and we can talk about it. That's about it for us for next week. I hope you guys had a nice 4th of July or have a nice 4th of July and a great weekend, and I will see you around the village next week.
Good morning, Cypress. Dave, just letting you know, Dave is out the rest of this week, family emergency. He will be back Monday, so prayers for his family. They got a lot going on. Here at Cypress, we're trying to just keep your air running this hot time and your lights on and trying to take care of business. And just to let everybody know, we will have 2 maintenance guys here all this weekend. So if any emergencies come up, they'll be here to take care of it. And I'm a phone call away. Thank you.
Hello, I'm back. I forgot to give you an important piece of news. Tonight is July 4th, and it is a 1-meal day, which means the Loon's Nest will be closed. Some of you may have noticed that there was not a live music on the calendar for tonight because we will not have live music tonight since the Loon's Nest is closed. But we will see you next Friday night for Rod Matthews, and we'll see you around the village.
Good morning, everyone. This is Michaela Balke from Dining with some updates. So first off, technically today, happy 4th of July. We're going to be having barbecue chicken thighs, so it'll be really good. We have burgers, hot dogs, baked beans, cream corn, coleslaw, potato salad, assorted pies. It's going to be amazing, so come and visit us. It'll be in Loons and Middleton's, a buffet setup. It'll be easy access for everyone. The bar will be open. We are going to have a specialty drink called the Firecracker. It'll be $5. It'll be a red, white, and blue drink. It'll be vodka based. It'll have grenadine and blue curacao. I've been trying to say that word all morning. So also with the Loon's Nest, the drink of the week next week will be a mudslide. It has Kahlua, Bailey's, it's vodka and heavy cream, $5. So sounds good. I wish I could drink. Moving on to Lakeside, Chef's Roundtable is now getting moved to the last Friday of every month. This coming Friday will be a carving station with chef. It'll be prime rib. It's finally back. Don't worry, guys. For events coming up, on Wednesday we have a bake sale. It'll be in the main lobby, and it'll be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., so make sure you come and get some really good stuff. We have slices of pie instead of the whole pie. We have cookies, pastries, we have a bunch of good stuff, so make sure you come and buy some. It'll be cash or charge account. No points allowed. And then also, the dinner and a movie is coming up. It'll be Eat, Pray, Love. You have to RSVP with Candacia Sims by July 14th. So make sure you RSVP. It'll be really good. There's going to be a whole buffet. There's going to be drinks. There's also going to be a raffle. So make sure you RSVP. Her information, you can come on down to the dining offices and we'll give you her information to RSVP. Or we'll do it for you. Just let us know. And I believe that's all I have. Oh, it'll be $28. But I believe that's all I have for everyone. So have a great rest of your 4th of July. Don't party too hard.
All right, good morning, everybody. This is Tyler with Dining Services. I've got kind of a lengthy update, but it's for the better. So we all know that we've had some staffing challenges. They are still in effect, but we've had enough people come through that we can start to work on some better things. So our new menus will be coming out. Lakeside will be July 14th. We will be using next week to get everything in line. Menus are made. We're just having to get the product in, get used to it, and then execute. So Monday the 14th will be the new menu in Lakeside, and Monday the 21st will be the new menu in Loon's Nest. So I apologize for the wait on those things, but we do appreciate you all bearing with us, and it is something that we've been wanting to do and we're going to do now. So thank you. That being said, there will be pricing changes that go into effect with the Lakeside menu. The specials in particular will be priced according to what we're sending out that evening. That is really the main change. Everything will be voiced to you and published like we are already doing. We will have those prices published in advance and for you to see on the app and at the printed copies at like the front desk, things like that. So it shouldn't be any surprise, when you're going to order the product, what you're charged. I believe really that's all I have to say. It kind of is a three-parter, but it's all tied together. So I really just wanted to voice that, get that out to you all, because it has been something that you all have been waiting on for some time now. So thank you again for just being patient with us, and we are going to keep doing what we can to do what we can when we can. Thank you.
Good morning, Cypress Village residents. It's Christy from the Wellness Center. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy 4th of July. Just a few things to note. The Wellness Center and Wellness Clinic will be closed on the 4th of July, but we will resume normal hours on Monday, July 7th. So I hope you're having we'll have a great 4th of July weekend. We have walk-in consultations with fitness on Mondays from 12:30 to 2. That's you can stop by and see Deb or Cindy and talk to them about your fitness goals. We also have a new challenge that you've probably seen in Veterans Lobby called Walk Across America. We are walking across America as our fitness challenge the next few months. So you can stop by the concierge desk, the Osprey Fitness Studio, Wellness Center, Wellness Clinic, or Fitness Center and grab a tracking sheet. You will email Deb your distance, your time. We can figure out how far you've gone. Do that weekly on the tracking sheet, and we're going to see if we can get across this country together, Cypress Village. So. We have a meet and greet with our new support group facilitator, Bobby Gordon. She's a registered nurse. Come and meet and greet her and give her some ideas of some support groups you would like to see in the future. That'll be on Tuesday, July 8th at 2 p.m. in A6. So we will also have our caregiver support group on Thursday, July 10th at 11 a.m. in the 7th floor activity room of our Northern Pines neighborhood. So please stop by and see Bobby Gordon there as well. We will have our wellness orientation on July 10th. It's Thursday at 11 a.m. Just give me a call at 904-807-6221 if you'd like to join us in the Wellness Center to learn about the services provided. And lastly, on Friday, July 11th, we'll have blood pressures back in the Wellness Center with Patty from Innovative Home Services. So stop by in the Wellness Center between 10:30 and 12 and get a little health check with Patty. So thank you, Cypress Village residents. See you around the village.
Good morning, Cypress Village. Scott Marquardt from the Security Department. Just giving a quick update for y'all. We have an upcoming parking committee meeting. And it is on July the 15th, and we are still looking for some representation. We would love to have about 4 more people, preferably for the who live in the A Tower, because we're going to be discussing some A Tower policies and possible changes. So that we're looking for representation for that. And as far as that's concerned, obviously that is born out of a necessity, and so we're going to try to meet those needs as best we can. Again, that meeting is on the 15th, and if you're interested, please email Laurel Mundell or myself, and we'll try to get you the rest of the information. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day.
All right, I'm back. So this week is Ty's last week out of the office. He will be back next week. I'm so excited to have our fearless leader back in the office, and he is excited too. He's going to see you all at community meeting on Tuesday, and he'll be back with RAC and all of those things that he has been looking forward to. I hope he is well rested from all of his travels, and he's had a lot going on in his life, so it's going to be very good to see him back around the village. So I have a few updates for my department, and then we'll roll into our normal end of coffee chat. So for starters, the pool alarm. I know that our pool users have noticed that there is a very loud alarm going off on occasion, and essentially it has to do with a malfunctioning repeater, and that's also what we set the big announcement out to everyone. Currently, there is a repeater which is in charge of sending any type of security signal from the pool back to the security office. That repeater is malfunctioned. Now, keep in mind it's original with the building, so it's about 30 plus years old, and it's time. However, we need to find an adequate replacement. Right now, that equipment is end of life, so we're working with Securitas Security on getting a replacement part, and then we have to program it correctly. That's the hardest part right now, is actually programming it. So in the meantime, when there's a malfunctioning part of the system, other signals, sometimes called phantom signals, might react, or there might be this dull signal sending from some of the equipment in there that's then causing it to think there is an active alarm. Long story short, we're very sorry for this disruption. We're actively working to repair it, and I believe we're going to have a third-party technician come out. He's confirmed for Monday to take a look at that, and then one other thing we want him to check out as well. So I'm very sorry for this inconvenience. I know it's no fun, but I also just want to give a note to anyone who's going to be using the pool. And please have your cell phone with you when you come to swim. You can leave it on the edge of the pool. Obviously, don't bring it in with you. But if you have any emergencies, call 911 or call security, depending on the type of emergency that you're having. And that will be the best thing, other than using the pool cords and the pendants in there. That will not be functioning due to that repeater being out. We have signage posted as well as a reminder. And then if you feel uncomfortable going by yourself, bring a buddy with you so that you have a friend that's going to be using the pool alongside you. Okay. On to the next, I just have something that has to do with our mail. So I think we've mentioned it before, but we are considered a rural route to the post office, which means that our mail carrier can change a lot. We don't have a designated mail person all the time. They often have to move them around. So for this reason, sometimes we have folks that aren't as familiar with our building and the layout, and they're not as familiar with names and addresses specific to our location. So in the event that you get mail in your box that is intended for a neighbor or another resident who no longer lives in that unit or at that address, please either give it to your neighbor, or you can turn it into the concierge desk and they will get it to the right place. If they need to do return to sender, they'll do that as well. But sometimes we have folks that are moving to a higher level of care, and concierge can get that to them in their new unit. Just a brief reminder, I mentioned it last week, I believe, but I'm going to be out of the office next week. So I'm taking some personal time, a family vacation with my side of the family, and of course all the kiddos are excited to see their grandma. So I'm sure it's bringing memories back for y'all. We're going to go to the beach up in South Carolina outside of Hilton Head. So I'm really excited to have everybody together. It'll be fun. But in the meantime, if you need anything, Andy will be a help to you for IT. Scott will handle everything for security. And you know my concierge ladies, they hold down the fort. They'll get anything important to me that needs to be handled. So just putting that out there. We're still actively interviewing for the Community Life Services Director position. We had one panel interview this last week, and we engaged our resident activities committee in that interview as well. We will continue to do so as we find additional candidates that are of quality and of the caliber that we expect for this department. Just keep in mind that we want to have a few to compare among each other before a final decision is made. So just stay tuned for more information on that. I want to give a general reminder for folks that are either on or off the courtesy check-in system for security. If you are not opted into the daily courtesy check-in and some life situations have changed, maybe you've lost a loved one that is your spouse or a partner, a family member in your apartment or home, or you feel that your medical needs have changed, please, just as a reminder, you can call security at any time and have them opt you into the daily courtesy check-in system. So we just want to put a little reminder out there in case there's ever a change of status. It's a very quick process. I've actually had a few folks ask me this question, and so I figured it might be beneficial to let everyone know. But for those of you who want to know who the Cypress Mart resident contact is, it is Miss Patty West, and you can find her information in the directory or on the Cypress Village app. So if you need anything related to the Cypress Mart, that's our Cypress Village run consignment shop, please see Miss Patty West. And then lastly, another just little thing, we've had some folks also want to know about memorial services that we hold here on site or even off site. Any information that we are provided by the family, the concierge will upload to the memorial tile in the app, as well as in copy binders that is available in the main lobby and the library. So if you're not familiar with the app, but you still want to see who has passed and if there are upcoming services, feel free to look through those binders. We're also going to discuss in a meeting with myself, Katie, and maybe a few others, a better way to communicate services so that not only is there staff attendance, because it's important for us to be there as well, we want to be there and know about it, but also for friends and neighbors who want to be there and honor and give respect. So we're, just so you know, we're actively working on what that communication process will look like so that we're not bombarding residents with extra information, but so that you know where to look and you don't miss an opportunity to honor that loved one. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my section of announcements, and then just moving on to a more formal executive announcement that Ty would speak to is we have community meeting on Tuesday, and this, keep in mind, is our new format for community meeting. Katie Amador and others were in meetings with the RAC talking about the best way to really elevate this meeting so that it is more productive, more professional, it moves along so that it moves along in a more timely fashion as well, and really just a good use of your time. One of the things is that it's changing to an every other month basis. We're going to see how that goes into the new year, and that then will line up with the newsletter distribution schedule. So the month that there's community meeting, there will also be the monthly newsletter, or the bi-monthly newsletter at that. On the agenda, I'll just review a little bit. We're going to have all of our recognition for employees all come up at once for June and July. We'll honor all of those folks at one time and give them the honor that they're due, but then hopefully just move that along so it doesn't take up too much time from the resident announcements. We're going to have Miss Chris Westmoreland discussing nominating committee updates, Jim Wagner dining committee updates, and then the treasurer's report from Leo Warner. Then for management, we have a very special guest, Sherry Robinson, our LCS Vice President of Operations, or Ty's boss as we all refer to her. She'll be coming and she'll give us some updates on things about what the emergency preparedness program looks like for LCS. So in the event of a hurricane that takes place that affects our community or another sister community, she's going to brag a little bit about Cypress and some of the things that are really standing out in the portfolio, as well as just giving some general updates. But she will present, and then at the end she'll be available for some Q&A as time allows. Additionally, Ty is going to speak to the resident survey we're having this year. Every other year we survey the residents, and then when we're not surveying the residents, we survey the employees, so that every year we're getting feedback on how we're operating as a community. He'll speak a little bit to what those topics will consist of and how that process will look, but of course as we get closer to August and the distribution dates, we'll have more information for you then. And then lastly, we're going to have Lisa Green, our Director of Sales and Marketing, discuss the road to 95 and give an occupancy report. Like I mentioned, we will have time at the end, as long as time allows, to go over the already submitted questions that came in from life@cypressvillageretirement.com, as well as take some questions from the audience. So that is going to be a new thing that we do this time around as well, all part of upgrading the community meeting session. So major kudos to Katie Amador too for wrangling all that. I was very impressed with how she organized everything, and so we love our Katie. All right, so those are all the formal announcements I have for you. So now I want to announce our winner for trivia this week. We haven't heard this name in a while. Congratulations, Team Melbourne. And fun trivia fact, Team Melbourne was started by Wayne and Kathy Jones and Peter and Joan Whiteman back in the day. And they're still going strong, and that team of 4 members now has grown to 10, and look at them being this week's winners. So congratulations, Team Melbourne. We're so happy for you. And then I just wanted to apologize for last week. We missed mentioning the Whiz Kids. They were our winners last week. But, you know, I just figured you're all used to winning. So, you know, I hope you're not too offended. But thank you all so much for participating in trivia. We love to see how that is just taken off and growing. And looking at July birthdays. So Independence Baby, we've got Mr. James Kennedy. Happy birthday. You get fireworks every year for your birthday. I wish I had fireworks for my birthday. And then we don't have anybody on the 5th, nobody on the 6th, and then we have 2 on the 7th. We have Miss Skipper Vincent. Happy birthday, Skipper. And Kevin Salzberg. On the 8th, we have 2 birthdays, Ruth Kent and Harriet Dame. Happy birthday. On the 9th, we have Paul Horvath and Ann Lepley. Happy birthday, you two. On the 10th, we have Father Waters. Happy birthday, Mark. And on the 11th, okay, we made up for not having a couple birthdays those days. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birthdays on the 11th. We have Evelyn Mitchell, Delinda Moore, Eleanor Irwin, Linda Duncan, Barbara Filoramo, and Linda Martin. Happy birthday, everyone. And that's where I'm going to close it off at. So thank you all so much for tuning in. It was a pleasure to see you, and I will see you around the village.